The time for change is now. I believe that when my grandfather told me that the reason why he worked so hard night and day was simply because he wanted to ensure that when I reached his age I wouldn't have to work as hard as he was working then, he'd be surprised today to realize that the average Barbadian tonight is working harder and getting less than our grandparents of yesterday. There's a time for change. Our democracy is under threat. You see, and the purpose of a democracy is to create for us standards of governance. It's to charter a course of fairness and equity. A democracy ensures that every single man and woman has the freedom to self-express and the ability to announce for themselves the journey that they would wish to walk on, and to know that they live in a democracy where they're able to achieve their dreams and to work towards a higher standard of living in today's Barbados. Our democracy has been ripped to shreds by this government because they don't care about fairness. They don't care about equity. If they cared about fairness, they would not have this honorable gentleman, Mr. Tate. They would not have him still walking around this country and people pointing at him as though he has done something wrong, and they would not lift the veil of truth. But they can't do it because in their sinews there's not a strand of truth lying in them. They get their life from lies. They get their energy from trying to savage people's reputations. They get their life from walking around under false pretense. But there is a time for change. And the time is now. And I don't know if you are feeling what I'm feeling, but wherever I go across this land, whoever I talk to, even when you travel outside of Barbados, there are people who are telling you the government in Barbados has to go. This government has lost its way. They have now plunged this country into social, economic, and spiritual disaster. They do no longer want us to have spirituality penetrating the layers of our society. They would rather bring bullying and wicking into society. In this country anymore. When Heroe fought Bradley Adams and the Conservative Party, he fought them on the grounds that every single Barbadian had the right to pursue a life course in this country where he, regardless of his circumstances, could achieve the greatest heights of development in his own country. They have no vision, no philosophy. We believe in democratic socialism, and what that means is that every single man in this society has the right, whether black or white, red or green, every man in this society has the right to exist and to live and to achieve his destiny. And every woman, every living being, you know what they've done? They've now broken down our sovereignty, they've destroyed our borders, and they're allowing illegal immigrants to come into this country and take from us what is ours. But the Democratic Labour Party will always be a party that accommodates the dreams of others. But I am telling you, every single illegal immigrant in this country must be chased out by the Democratic Labour Party. Once you're illegal, you've got to go. We can't fool around with it anymore. We've got to tell the people where we're going. And we must protect the dreams of our people. We must allow our people to understand that in their own Barbados, So this is a struggle for what we believe in. You see, under the Democratic Labour Party, we put the masses as the central reason why we have politics, so that our political actions are designed to create a better life for our people. We know of a government today whose political actions are designed to make themselves and their friends rich, while so many of us across the length and breadth of this great country can't find to put bread on our table and food on our table and a roof over our head and clothes on our backs. There are so many of our brothers and sisters tonight in this country who are struggling. But there's a time and a season for everything. Democratic socialism seeks to charter a national direction that results in the self-actualization, self-determination of every single Barbadian man and woman. And therefore the distinction between the two parties is discernible, and it is distinguishable, and it is definable, and it is defendable. We can defend the difference between the two. So if you ask yourself, where's the choice? The choice is with us. That's where the choice is. So in the last 13 years, my brothers and sisters, we have seen a catastrophic meltdown of those key national sectors and symbols that define our progress and the progress of a developing nation. The last 22 years, 22 of the last 30 years, the Barbados Labour Party has destroyed this great Barbadian society. And I'm saying to you tonight that we will not, as our founding leader said many years ago, we will not be found loitering at the doorsteps of any colonial master after closing time. We are going to defend our right to be an autonomous nation, a nation that has the capacity to ensure that every one of its citizens achieve the kind of success that they deserve to achieve. And rather than leading us to a position of regional economic social dominance, they have once again caused us to loiter. But they now they've placed us in the hands of the Trinidadians. And Trinidad now owns most of the financial sector in this country. They now own the National Bank right across the way. They want to own large tracts of land in this country. They have RBTT and they're moving on. And they dominate the financial services sector. They have their goods all over our shelves. And small manufacturers in this country can't see the light of day because the government is not creating the best possible environment for them to be able to succeed. But there is a time and a season for everything under the sun. And the time for the rule of the Barbados Labour Party is over. And the